Before we begin this program in earnest, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the China General Chamber of Commerce, USA. It is widely recognized as the largest and most influential nonprofit organization representing Chinese enterprises in the United States. Its membership is made up of 1,500 Chinese and U.S. companies, 54 of which are ranked in the 2018 Fortune Global 500. The mission is a simple one: to create value, generate economic growth, and enhance cooperation between the United States and Chinese business communities. We also want to acknowledge the work of the CGCC Foundation, which was created back in 2014. This 501c3 tax-exempt organization is helping to deepen mutual understanding and cooperation between the United States and China. And that's in a host of areas. And helping to guide these efforts on both avenues is our first speaker of the night. And I hope you'll join me in welcoming Chen, the chairman of the CGCC. He's also president and CEO of the Bank of China, USA. Please give a warm welcome to Chen.
Thank you, Mike. And thanks again to the International Academy of New York for your wonderful performance. Dear CGCC members, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. 大家晚上好. On behalf of China General Chamber of Commerce, I'm so glad to welcome all of you here tonight to celebrate the 2019 Chinese New Year of the Pig. At this lovely venue, we are honored to have with us over 400 guests from the States, and some even traveled afar from China. In this beautiful night, we will appreciate and celebrate friendships, both old and new, which have bonded through business, political, or cultural exchanges. Despite U.S.-China trade and economic frictions over the last year, our presence here today is a cherishable gesture and a token of hope. Complex situations and market uncertainties didn't make any dent in our commitment to mutual dialogues and bilateral investment. Over the past 4 decades, since our two countries established the formal diplomatic ties, we have been working together to foster remarkable growth, benefiting Chinese and American business and consumers. While people from our two nations and around the world are looking into Washington and Beijing to see possible political solutions to the trade difference, have the future dynamism between us depends more on the success stories of closer economic cooperation and people-to-people engagement. It is safe to say we are all winners of China's economic reform and unprecedented transformation over the past 40 years. China's makeover from the world's factory to the world's largest market has not only lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty, which is quite a feat itself, but also opened new horizons for business from all over the world to grow their global supply chains and generate new sources of revenue. Your generous contributions have made a big difference in boosting growth and in making CGCC the largest nonprofit organization representing Chinese enterprises in the U.S. Without your support and patronage, we are not able to create value to all stakeholders, including our Chinese and U.S. members, for we have been committed to sharing knowledge, forging dialogues, and enhancing cooperation. Today, there are over 1,500 Chinese and non-Chinese corporate members in CGCC. They're doing amazing jobs in their local communities. For example, our Chinese members alone have invested over $120 billion in the U.S. economy, directly hired more than 200,000 people, and indirectly supported over 1 million jobs in the U.S. labor market. Even though trade tensions cast a shadow over cross-border investment, dampened market sentiment, and led to volatility and uncertainty, CGCC has remained committed and worked closely with its members from various states to build bridges. We share stories in the U.S. local communities on how trade and investment between our two countries benefit people and bring value. Last June, we held a select USA reception in Washington, D.C., helping Chinese business delegations exchange ideas with the U.S. local government and business partners. Last July, we were proud to organize our members and a group of investors from China to attend the global program of the National Governors Association summer sessions, connecting investors from China's provinces with U.S. governors and state officials. A case in point is the partnership between our award recipients tonight, 1CA Methanol 1 and Louisiana Economic Development. They are a perfect example of how state governments and Chinese investors can work together and deliver results in the local communities. Ladies and gentlemen, CGCC is always on the move to translate its missions into real action and progress. We cannot go this far without the trust and continued support from our members. At this moment, I would like to give our special thanks to key sponsors and partners: HSBC, related companies, EY, Star Insurance Companies, China Construction America, CBRE, SL Green, Jimdale, USA, China Telecom, Fosun, China Merchant Bank, State Grid Corporation of China, YCI Methanol 1, Agricultural Bank of China, China-US Sky Club, New York, JP Morgan, Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, Moynihan Group, Citigroup, especially Deheng Law Firm headed by Mr. Xiaomi Chen. Our thanks also go to all the other members as well. The partnerships you have created, enhanced through CGCC, are making impact on millions of people and the communities in the US and China. As you may know, in Chinese culture, the zodiac animal pig represents bliss and good fortune in life. I hope the year of the pig heralds a promising year for our two nations and also brings you luck in 2019. I believe everyone in this room supports bilateral engagement and arrangement on open market access and a level playing field for all. These goals are achievable, yet the stakes are quite high. Numerous facts, figures, and people on the front line have all proven working together sometimes takes pains, but it is a gainful endeavor for both nations. If we are at odds with each other and even in standoff, it would only hurt our economies. In closing, I would like to congratulate the award recipients on their achievements. I also would like to wish you and your families a healthy, happy, and a prosperous year of the pig. 新年快乐! Wish all the best to you and the business in 2019.